Now that we can talk about everything we couldn't say, it's time to talk about one miracle drug that could have saved so many lives that was not used like it should. And what was that miracle drug? Calcifediol. Now, when we look at people who were heavily affected or passed away from COVID-19, it was people who were obese, people who had, or they had a lot of comorbidities. It was people who had heavily melanated skin, and it was the elderly. Now, all of these cohorts had one thing in common, and that was that they were low in vitamin D. Now, why is that important? Because vitamin D is broken down into what is called calcifediol. Calcifediol, if you think about it, your immunity cells are like cars, and calcifediol is the key that's going to turn on the car and make it go and fight infections. Now, when we have very low vitamin D levels in our bodies, we can't convert it into calcifediol, and then our immune systems, they can't go because they don't have what they need to fight infections. And this is why we saw many death rates in those cohorts specifically. Now, why didn't we just start giving people vitamin D when they were in the hospital on events? The problem with that is because vitamin D can take weeks, sometimes months, to break down in your liver to be converted into calcifediol for the body to use. So what some people did in some hospitals was they bypassed that altogether, and they gave people calcifediol itself. And what was interesting was people that took it were starting to recover within hours or sometimes a day. Some people that were deathly ill on vents. Now, it didn't save everyone. No, of course not. But the amount of people that it did rescue was very dramatic. And I can link video or studies for you to examine this yourself, because it's very incredible. Now, I'm not saying we need to take copious amounts of vitamin D and calcifediol. We need to work out how much we all individually need to take with our healthcare providers. But I'm saying that we needed to look into this more, because this was a very important drug that could have saved many people, that was cheap, could have been made in mass, quickly, that is safe for everyone to take, and it wasn't used. And so many people died that unnecessarily because of it. And now we need to ask the question, why? Why wasn't this used? Especially now that we can talk about everything we couldn't say.